trial. I just worked there too.
And we want to do something a little bit different because we're both sick of talking about all our stuff just ad nauseum. So what we want to do is a little audience participation going here. So it should be good. He's playing Wink Martindale, and I'm going to be Chuck Woolery. And then this is like $20,000 pyramid where these are all our celebrity guests. Exactly. So if we go down the line and introduce everybody here.
Yeah, let's run down. All right. Sure. This is our Director of Digital Services, Lorelei. He's been at Silent Hill, he's been Zombie with the Robots, and he's doing something new that we'll be talking about a bit today. On the site. Steve Niles, creator of lots of good, scary things. Eric Powell, writer of Godzilla and others. Sorry, co-writer. The next to Eric is Tracy Marsh, the other co-writer of Godzilla. And then writer Chris Roberson, Eisner nominee Chris Roberson.
And then the guy at the end, he just snuck onto him. It's actually only this shirt that makes me realize he works for us. That's Tom Waltz. He also wrote Silent Hill. He's our staff writer and editor. Fire it right up.
Yeah, let's go.
So first of all, a couple quick things. We're going to get a little crazy and have some hijinks. Then at the end, we implore you to stick around at the end of the panel, even if we insult you and abuse you, because we've got sort of a moment of levity coming up about some actual serious things.
But not levity.
Not
Non-levity.
Non-levity. We've got some moments of levitation coming up. And also, we've got one big announcement to make, which is we've decided to scrap our entire publishing schedule. And we're actually going to be doing 52 #1 issues. But they're all coming out the same week. So just to make it easier on the
1 day of night, 2 days of night, 3 days of night.
There you go.
Wait, we don't have that budget, so it's going to be one issue, number 52.
Not only are you going to be in the Turtles, but you're going to be sketched by Kevin Eastman.
Woo!
Kevin did the layout for the series, so Kevin will be drawing and the other artists on top. And
by the way, I've known Zach for a couple of years, and I don't want anybody to think that was rigged. I'm the witnesses.
You've seen this. We can barely get it going.
All right, so let's keep moving. I'm going to take a picture of Zach. Are you ready for this? You were a turtle. Say turtle. All right, next. We'll start a queue of you. Come on up. First one is free comic book for all panel attendees. Here's what's going to happen.
DC Comics.
I want to show you people something. It was supposed to be dealer's choice, but we flipped it. However, here's what we're going to do. We're going to give all of you, I'm going to give every single person in here a lock and key bookmark. And you're going to come to the booth and find us, and you're all going to get a free comic.
Hey!
Spread that out. Don't all come at once, because we won't be there yet. Depending on how this goes, we may not go back. So
We'll also go through the other series we're doing is this 5-part. So this is the new artist for Eric's book, Monster World. Victor Santos took over as of issue 5. You can see, not only is he a very stylized guy, but he's sort of right in the same feel as Phil Hester. So it shouldn't be a jarring change at all going from Phil to Victor. And then from here, we're also doing a 5-part, completely separate continuity. This is a standalone, doesn't affect anything in what Eric and Tracy are doing. A book by John Lane, which is almost more like a Yakuza crime story with giant monsters. And it's, I think 2 issues now are now out, and Alberto Ponticelli, who did Unknown Soldier, is drawing it, and the book is gorgeous too. And Jeff Darrow did the cover for the first issue, and this is his cover for the final issue. And then the other thing that we haven't announced yet, there's a couple more pages of his, but we'll be doing a spotlight series essentially, which is we'll be telling individual stories with a lot of the different monsters that have never had their own issue before. So Angus and Destroy and Rodan and Titanosaurus and Kumangars, we're going to each be doing a standalone story with them. And by different creators on each book, and just really sort of put a profile on these monsters that have never gotten spotlight in comics before. Now, but just to talk a little bit more about this, so we're doing Star Trek comics, again centered in the movie universe. But these are really the first fictional adventures that take place after the first movie. So we're the only ones that are allowed to tell stories right now that pick up where the movie left off. And what we're doing in tandem with the screenwriters and Mike Johnson, who wrote the adaptation of the other movie-related comics we've done, is essentially reintroducing elements from the old TV show into this universe. So we're retelling. It's more than retelling, but we're retelling old classic episodes, but with the new cast, with sort of the new continuity and the new spin. So you're going to see a lot of familiar characters, elements, and storylines that sort of take an entirely different tactic as befits this new universe. So that's launching this fall in September. There has to be some covers for each issue. So we're excited to really be able to not only revisit the universe, but actually tell the first new stories that go ahead after the movie. Yeah. And we're officially doing some Lovecraft comics too. We're starting with the Dunwich Horror. We're doing this in tandem with Arkham House, who's got they control the rights to the official Lovecraft material, and so we're doing this with them. Joe Lansdale, who adapts the hell out of things. Like he takes things and doesn't just sort of by rote adapt something from one format to another, but he changed the story, makes it his own. That's really what he's doing here. He's actually changing the timeline of this thing. He's putting more action in there. So anybody who's read Lovecraft, a lot of it is sort of esoteric and off-panel where things happen. Not so much in this one. Like you can see a lot of things that really make Lovecraft like an exciting visual horror treat. I don't know if you want to talk about what you did.
And like I said, I think this Turtles book will be something special. Really excited about it, and probably the most nervous I've ever been about a project in my life. So having Kevin along, I have somebody to blame.
So you can see here's Kevin's pencil and ink cover, and then also a colored version.
And Rhonda Patterson, who's doing the colors for us, is just
this is Dan Duncan's covers. And then I believe we have one more, which is this is sort of my thing. I love Fred Hembeck, and I wanted Fred Hembeck to recreate the classic Frank Miller Daredevil covers. So we'll do those two. Another thing we're really happy we haven't announced anywhere yet. We're announcing today, right now, in fact, is that we're bringing back the micro series too. And I just noticed Brian Lynch is in the room. We're doing a book with first Raphael, Brian Lynch and Craig Uluru, who was our the award-winning team that did Angel After the Fall. They did Spike. They're now going to be doing 4 different micro series, at various intervals. And this first one focuses on Raphael and ties in perfectly with what you guys are doing in the series.
Core spirit, I should say, of the original series and all the way up through to the most recent 4 Kids movies, TV show. Show it to Kevin, and he loves it. And not only that, after the meeting, Chris Ryan said to me, "We finally met the guy that's more hyper and talks more than you." And so, saying that, Kevin's been wonderful, and we've been having a fantastic experience putting together the Turtles. Like I said, for a brand new audience that we hope will appeal to hardcore Turtles fans from the Mirage days, again to the most recent iterations, and then bring in a new audience. Kevin and I have one thing in common: we both really like the kind of the grittier side of the Turtles, the Casey Joneses, the battles in the alleys, and so you're going to see a lot of that, along with some new bad guys, a lot of the cast that you're familiar with, the April O'Neils, the Baxter Stockmans, and a lot of people who will show up that I won't mention. And I'm really excited about this. Julia died, PhD, which would make a great TV show now that I think about it. Julia died, PhD, to write this. If anybody has ever watched a movie in the last 20 years, 20, 30 years, that has the military involved, including Forrest Gump, Platoon, Band of Brothers, then you know who Dale Dye is, whether you realize you know that or not. Because Captain Dye is the premier military advisor to Hollywood. He's worked with Tom Hanks, Oliver Stone, and he's also starred in movies. He had roles, as a matter of fact, most recently in Falling Skies. They said they wanted to write it, but we had very little time to get this thing done because we wanted it out by September 11th. The crew came together. Captain Dye and his wife wrote a wonderful script, exciting script. The art team came together, got the work done, and the book will be out in early September, in time for the 10th anniversary of September 11th. And it is a wonderful look at this raid in the sense that you are going to see what goes into a heroic mission like that. Not only the mission itself, but what it takes to prep for that. So I'm going to shut up because I'm not Kevin Eastman and he'll talk more than me. He was a very nice speaker. And I want to bring up Captain Dye and what Julia to talk a little bit about the graphic novel that they've done for us. And please give them a smart.
You have an extremely short attention span. And the reason is because you're bombarded with media. Everything keeps coming at you. And so what we've discovered through movies, television, things that we've done, is that regardless of really how well we do, you're kind of like the Fox News cycle. It's over in 24 hours. You've seen it, you're on to the next thing. And we thought that was unfair to these terrific men who pulled off that raid called Neptune's Spear in Abbottabad, Pakistan. So we decided, well, look, how do we grab you? You're not, if we wait 2 years and write a big, in-depth tome that tells all the details, we've lost you. You won't even remember that there was a raid. And so IDW and Charlie Foxtrot came to us and said, look, try graphic novels. And I said, oh my God, what do you mean? What's that about? And the more we looked at it, and we actually began to read the stuff that you guys are writing and drawing, I mean, we paid attention. And what we discovered is it's a still life movie. And I'd written a lot of movies. And so I got it, how to do this. And I got it that if we could get it out there in this form, that you folks who may not even be interested, probably because you're ignorant and you shouldn't be, is that clear? But because you were that, if we presented it to you in your own manner, if we got it to you in the way that excites you, that we could keep it on your mind. We could celebrate the folks that need to be celebrated and remembered. That's what I've got to say. And the real hero is here. I mean, she made me do it. She said, I will personally kill you, wow, rip out your intestines, and hang you with them. That's how I got it. So what did you think?
Julia, that?
What really excites me about this project is that the raid that we're discussing here came from more than one administration. It came from Republicans and Democrats and Libertarians. It's a story about Americans. And we all did this. And we all stuck in there, and we all got it done. And that's what we want to celebrate. Thank you.